Some races are meant to test your limits, and others remind you that it's okay to just run. When I had signed up for the Manhattan Beach 10K, I had all intentions to go for a PR of a sub 50 minute. This past summer, I had battled some injuries while training for my big fall marathon, the Revel Big Bear, while traveling through South America. My left ankle and foot are still recovering from the Big Cottonwood Half Marathon 3 weeks ago, but the show has to go on. I would need to change my 10K goals. This is what it looks like to keep showing up, even if you're not your best. Nope, that's not Rosecrans, but it's just as steep. Rosecrans, I really hate that hill. That's my least favorite part of the Manhattan Beach 10K. But once you get over the crest, it's all downhill. We're 2 days away from the Manhattan Beach 10K. I'm here on the final stretch. It's fast. That's your preview of the last half mile of the Manhattan Beach 10K on the day I ran my 12-mile steady state run as part of my marathon training. Steady state means running just below your threshold, that hard but controlled pace you can sustain. It's not easy, but it's not racing either. It's rhythm. With Revel Big Bear Marathon coming up in 5 weeks, this weekend was about maintaining endurance and testing how my ankle felt at a consistent effort. Later that night, a fire broke out at the Chevron refinery in El Segundo and made the news. I was concerned about the air quality and how that was going to affect the 10K. Sorry, I had to rush off there at the end at yesterday's 12-miler. I had meant to pick up my bib yesterday, but I got too busy with a bunch of things that I had to do. So here I am picking up my bib. And it looks like we're gonna have the race after all. So Manhattan Beach 10K, they released an official statement that despite yesterday's Chevron refinery fire, we're still good to go. And that's the air quality right now. It actually doesn't look too bad. It's clear. Maybe all the winds pushed all of the smoke east. If you remember, the air quality was a lot worse when Altadena and the Pacific Palisades caught on fire earlier this year. This is what I get for picking up my bib on Friday morning. It's a lot busier in this parking lot than usual. I'm walking somewhat okay after yesterday's run. My left ankle feels a little sore, but I should still be able to run the 10K tomorrow. Here we go, Village Runner. It was actually the hottest event this weekend. The race was sold out. Now heading to the back of the store to pick up my bib. Manhattan Beach has one of the most loyal running communities in LA. People who've been doing this race for decades. I love the vibe here. It's casual, beachy, but still full of energy. That was easy. And my favorite part of bib pickup is the carb loading. Yeah, the Dunkin' Donut holes. Remember, it's a 10K, not a full marathon, so we only get holes. So here we go, chocolate. In case you were wondering about the course and why I was concerned about the Chevron refinery fire, other than, yeah, we had a fire nearby. Well, yeah, here's the course. There's the Chevron refinery. And look, yeah, that dreaded hill on Rosecrans, yeah, right next to the refinery. It's been an annual event for the past 48 years. It's popular among the locals and the surrounding community. People are excited about this race, whether they're going for a PR or just jogging with friends. Super easy. That's why I love this race. It's no stress and it's right here. It's so local. And even though I may not be at 100% in terms of my ankle, I'm still gonna go for it and still do my best. If anything, it's gonna be a scenic run. It's a mall, and you know how I love malls because I'm an 80s, 90s kid, mostly 90s. I'm here at the Cerritos Shopping Center. Gonna meet up with a friend for lunch, and also I'm gonna do some real carbo loading because let's face it, that Dunkin' Donut hole, yeah, that's not gonna do anything. How can you say no to dumplings? Because you can't. Now that's carbo loading right there. Most runners go for pasta. I go for pot stickers and spicy noodles and pork chops with pork belly rice and crispy wontons. Same idea, just with soy sauce and sesame oil, LOL. Even though it's a 10K, it's still flat lay time or flat runner time. Not very much in terms of gear as opposed to a half marathon or full marathon. There's my bib, and then tomorrow I will be sporting these Nike Vaporfly 3s. They're the same one that I wore at Big Cottonwood 3 weeks ago. It's race morning, but I'm treating it like any of my specific workout run mornings. going to grab the fast running shoes rather than the ones I use for my recovery days. Let's just hope my left ankle and foot behave for the 6.2 miles. Good morning. It is the Manhattan Beach 10K and I'm gonna walk it to the start line. It's 6:51 a.m. The race starts at 7:30, so I have a little under 40 minutes to get to the start line, which is about a mile and a half from my house. I usually like to be an hour before the race kicks off, but you know what? This is a local race. Okay, here we go, powering up a warm-up run. Gonna warm up 1.5 miles or something like that. Running 1.5 miles as a warm-up, partly for training, partly because, let's be honest, parking in Manhattan Beach is impossible. It was one of those perfect Southern California mornings. There we go. We are officially in Manhattan Beach. And yes, there's a special event ahead, the Manhattan Beach 10K. Just a couple more blocks and then we're at the start line. One last hill to climb up because Ardmore is pretty rolly. And then it's downhill and I already see lots of people ahead. And there we go. We're at the start. Okay, so I was a little short with my estimate. It was 1.46 miles. Close enough. It's 7:08 and there's lots of people around. I feel like we could almost start this race. And I guess I'll walk around, keep my legs warmed up. So far, left ankle is behaving nicely. No need to use porta potties. I'm still good. It was a short drive. Yeah, drive over here. Drive, I mean run, jog. There are 2 start lines for the 10K, and it doesn't matter which one you go to. The distance is the same. It's about 15 more minutes until the official start, so I guess I'll start making my way to the start line. Or more like fighting for a spot.
Participated in every race. So these 28 people have been running this race consecutively for 48 years.
Remember, no A, B, C goal for this race. This is about keeping a steady state pace. I'm not chasing a PR. It's about not making my injuries any worse. 2 more minutes until start time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go! Woo! It's so crowded up there. It's gonna take like another 10 seconds, maybe 20. Oh, I think we're moving now. All right, let's go. Yay! We're starting. Okay, it's a slow start. I've already started my class, but that's all right. I'm just running for fun anyways today. Yeah, my first mile split's gonna be slow. Oh, here we go. There's the run now. Let's go. Woo-hoo! Let's go! The plan was simple. Steady effort, no racing. The Manhattan Beach 10K is deceptively rolling. Gentle hills, lots of turns, and that final stretch with the ocean view. I focused on keeping my breathing even, cadence smooth, and not chasing anyone in front of me. Every time my ankle reminded me it was there, I told myself, you're here to run, not to prove anything. It's funny how freeing that can be once you let go of the pressure. Around mile 4, I actually started feeling strong, like my body remembered what it could do when it wasn't chasing a number. Sometimes you have to slow down to reconnect with the joy of running. I hate this part of the course. This is Rosecrans, that dreaded hill. It's okay. I'll take a little walk break. It's fine. It's like 0.2 miles or something. And over there is the Chevron refinery that had caught on fire 2 nights ago. So far, looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, look at the air quality. You can't tell there was a fire here 2 nights ago. But you know what's on fire? My lungs. So, gonna catch a little breather, but then there's the crest, and then just gonna take it downhill from there. Okay, like 10 more seconds of break, and then we're taking it home. Okay, 1 more mile, and this should feel very familiar because this is what I run weekly. Woohoo, it's like running home. Yay! It's a lovely day at the beach. Go surfing, of course, run the 10K. I was starting to feel my left foot throbbing, but I figured I could suck it up until I got to the finish line. Mile 6, which means only 2 more miles have to go, and it's downhill. The last 0.2 miles. This is where your legs burn, or in my case, my left foot / ankle, and your breath gets shallow. But your heart remembers why you started. I knew I wasn't racing today, but there's something about a finish line that pulls the best out of you anyway. It's that mix of pain, gratitude, and stubborn joy that only runners understand. And even on days when you're not at your fastest, crossing that line still feels like a victory. I crossed the finish line at 55 minutes and 42 seconds, my slowest 10K ever. But this race wasn't about the clock. I set out to run steady, finish strong, and protect my ankle, and I did exactly that. Some days, finishing healthy is the win. I kept my pace a steady state, except for mile 5 where I walked up Rosecrans. Any other day, I would have attacked that hill, but I'm proud that I conserved my energy for that last mile. What a workout! This is better than a medal, a water bottle, because what am I going to do with another medal? Actually, they don't give out finisher medals. They only give out a little medallion if you're like top 10 in your age group, but I'm sure I did because today wasn't a fast day. Water everywhere. We got water here, and we got water over there, but can't drink that type of water. Sorry, cyclists, gonna take over the bike path here, but I really can't walk on the sand. I'm more of an asphalt, concrete type person. See, if I head that way, I'm going home, but instead I'm gonna head this way because I need to pick up my shirt. And you guys have been watching my vlogs for a few years. You know my favorite part is coming up. Not as many people here at the t-shirt station. I think everybody's back there for the swag. See the semblance? We got the pier over here, and we have the pier on the t-shirt. I know it's kind of hard because I'm holding this all by myself with one arm. But you see the pier there. Now that I already got my shirt, so you know where I'm headed to. They always have good swag, so I'm wondering what they have in store this year. Enter the swag club. Thank you very much. This is better than a trick-or-treat bag. All right, don't mind if I do. Oh, thank you. All right, need the potassium. As you can see around here, this is better than any treat or trunk that they can have out there. The post-race party in Manhattan Beach is always a highlight. Free snacks, live music, and plenty of sunshine. I did what any runner does after a race. Wandered around in a daze and collected every freebie I could find. Even hot chocolate, because when can you say that you've had a hot chocolate on a beach day? And tater tots? Of course, got to get an electrolyte drink. My favorite race swag? A small cup of acai from Oakberry, and it was worth standing in line for it. It's such a small but joyful tradition, celebrating that shared experience of effort, sweat, and community. I got a cup with everything in it, and they also handed out a kombucha drink along with some coupons. All right, mission accomplished. I got my acai cup, so I'm gonna walk back home. That'll be my cool down. 10K steady run down, clear day at the beach, and an acai cup. I would say this was a good workout day. This is a nice cool down session, just a walk. Just trying to keep my ankle moving, don't let it get stiff, although it is throbbing a little bit, but it could be a lot worse. But the key thing here, as my coach likes to say, is to run smart. I knew that I wasn't 100%, so why push it and risk injury about 5 weeks away from the marathon? I listened to my body and I'm happy with my paces. Well, except for the Rosecrans hill, but I always fall apart. during that section. For the longevity of the sport, you can't go to every race and go all out for a PR. There's going to be some races that, yeah, you're going to feel tip-top shape, go for that PR, go for that A goal. And then there's some other races where your body's like, eh. So you might go for a B goal, C goal, or a D goal, or just finish. And today was the day to run for fun. And why not? We're here at the beach. This community here is very serious about running. Now in the coming weeks, I still have an 18-miler and then the dreaded 20-miler before I taper for Big Bear. I'm pretty close to my home, so I'm gonna rest up and then do an inventory of all the swag I got. Here is the finisher's haul. So again, this is the back of the finisher t-shirt, and what I like about it is that there are no sponsors because this is a local race. Got a free hydration drink, and then Oakberry had an Oko kombucha. Can't wait because it has passion fruit. And then they had non-alcoholic beer that they were giving away. Yes, non-alcoholic beer because there are kids that run the Manhattan Beach 10K, so you can't be handing out cans of beer. Got some fruit snacks, and then unfortunately my free cookie didn't make it back in one piece. Oh well, it's going down the same way, right? So I think about how much pressure we put on ourselves as runners to get faster, to hit certain times, to always improve. But running isn't linear. Sometimes it's healing, sometimes it's rebuilding, and sometimes it's just a reminder that movement itself is a gift. To anyone out there recovering from an injury or running slower than you'd like, you're not alone. You're still a runner. You're still showing up, and that's what really matters. And finally, I headed to Oakberry to claim my 50% off Ask the Eye Bowl from the race the next day. Because nothing says recovery like cold Ask the Eye and sunshine. It's a treat yourself type of day. Thanks for joining me on this running, not racing kind of day. If you're coming back from injury or just learning to slow down, I hope this reminded you there's still beauty in the miles that don't break records. Don't forget to subscribe for more running and travel vlogs, and I'll see you at the next start line.